What's going on, everybody? All right, so after that announcement from today, what a letdown, right? Very interesting to see how everything at DC is right now, how things are shaping, and instead of them going up, they just continue to sink more and more. And honestly, people have had enough, honestly. Wow, like a lot of people are let down today. Honestly, you could just see it. And we said it, we called it, and this is where we're at today, and that's why I said don't have your hopes too high. And a lot of people are being let down right now, seeing what this whole announcements were for today. Honestly, they were just a shame. It really were, like it's just sad to see how DC continues to go down and stuff, we shouldn't be here, but this is where we are. And DC is officially done. DC is just become Marvel. That's it. They wanted that, they're getting it. And unfortunately, this is where, we are right now. Completely. And the man played with our intelligence. That's it. But I told everybody, don't have high expectations. And, I told y'all it was going to be something that it wasn't going to make everybody happy. And here we are, That's why I said, don't look forward to it. You can't trust what James Gunn says. You can't believe WB. We already know what's up. What happened? The announcements that came out today. I made a video, so go check that out and you'll see some of the stuff. Everybody's talking about it right now. Yeah, apparently they're also going to be making a crypto series. It's going to be cartoon or animated, something like that too. So it's just telling you, James Gunn's just playing in this playground, and this is what he's doing. He doesn't care about any of us. He doesn't care about this brand. He doesn't care about superheroes. He's even said it, like to him, superheroes are stupid. So that tells you everything, But yet James Gunn is the leader at this company, right? And that just tells you everything. James Gunn's Timu Superman and DCU is DOA. Nobody wants James Gunn's crypto series either. Yeah. I'm telling y'all, look, honestly, James Gunn is so desperate right now. WB is desperate. Peter Safran, David Zaslav, they're desperate because they want people to be looking at DC, and nobody's looking at them. Everybody knows it. This is why they were trying to use Zack Snyder, the name for fame, and it didn't work. Everything is backfiring. And, here we have some fans that are just like not happy about what happened. So, I mean, it's no surprise. I wonder if Saffron, and that was a good one, was pissed. Gunn posted that pic of Gunn with Snyder, douchebags. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. But again, look, at the rate that things are going right now, and look, now that you're bringing up Peter Safran, remember, rumor has it that this year, sometime in the fall, between August and sometime like October, during those months of fall, Peter Safran's contract is due this year, and rumor has it he will not get it renewed because WB doesn't want to move forward with him because, of course, everything they've been costing too much to the studio, so WB is not going to be moving forward, and that's apparently what the rumors going around. So that's going to be one down, and of course, next is going to be James Gunn. Of course, his is going to be next year because remember they came on board more or less like a year apart, and everything is just falling into place right now with that. What's crazy is that they are targeting kids and teens, but it's only adults talking about it. Yeah, yeah. Kids don't care about this. Kids only care about iPads and tablets and iPhones and social media. That's it. Let's be real. Kids don't care about no toys. They don't care about no movies. They don't care about any of this. All they care about is just video games and stuff like that. But it is what it is with that. I bet James Gunn house smells like dog. It probably does. Yeah, too much, man. Speaking of douchebags, that Koi, what from Collider, Shillings. Yeah, there's a lot of shows out there. Honestly, um, yeah, pure slap announcement from Gunn. Yeah, this is it's bad. It really is. Just when you think that it can't get bad for WB, it just gets worse, and every time it's just more embarrassing. Honestly, I hope we get Zack Snyder's The Authority movie in DCU with Henry Cavill as Apollo and Ben Affleck as Midnighter. No, no, I'm not down with that. Honestly, no. First of all, I do not want Zack under the leadership of James Gunn, and I'll tell you why. Because if we let that happen, look at what happened under the Hamadaverse regime. They kept on giving Zack Snyder and David Ayer a hard time. So why would we allow again Zack to be back under the leadership of James Gunn? Unless Zack has full control, then no, I don't want that honestly. Especially now with Henry Cavill as a different character, and Ben Affleck after he said that he doesn't want to work with James Gunn for no projects in the DCU. So yeah, no, I'm not down with that honestly. It has to be the Snyderverse, Ben Affleck as Batman, and Henry Cavill again as Superman. Otherwise, especially not with the DCU, it has to be with the DCEU with Zack Snyder. All right, so Saffron, that cracks me up, yo. That one's a good one. It's part of the Cracky Chan Hamada regime. Yeah, exactly. So they're all friends, like I told you. They're just passing the torch to the next one, and they're just carrying it. And they're just gonna try to make Zack's career, if you want to say, at DCWB difficult the same way that it was when he was there. Look at what happened with Justice League. So, Batman versus Superman, the same thing, and David Ayer with Suicide Squad. So we already know they had to put a lot of things on the back burner because they're waiting to see if Superman will do anything. LOL. It's not going to do anything. Look, like I said it, right now we need to have our wallets closed because now, like I told y'all, now until July, they're going to be desperate and they're going to try everything they can to push and promote Superman. We already know that it's done before it even hits the theaters. We have to keep our wallets closed because Superman has to go straight to streaming within a week. Joker 2 went to streaming less than 30 days. Now, our goal is to get Superman straight to streaming in a week. Honestly, it'll happen. You'll see. People are not gonna be buying this. Yes, restore the Snyderverse for Dark Side. Hell yeah! All right, James Gunn's DCU is mid shit. Only good thing in DCU are James Gunn, Man God, Swamp Thing, Mike Flanagan's Clayface, and Craig. What Gilly Spies? Jill Spies? I don't know what that is. Supergirl. Look, those are dark. Others will suck. Yeah, look. Now that you're saying that, interesting because with okay, they're allowing this Mike Flanagan to do Clayface, and apparently that's going to be R rated. Okay, let first things first. Is the DCU going to be R rated, PG-13, rated G? Because it's a complete cluster. You know, it's a mess. And if you're gonna have Clayface that's part of the DCU and it's dark and it's going to be rated R, what about Creature Commandos? We know that it's strong. It's like gory and stuff like that. But then you're gonna have Superman that's gonna be cheerful, bright, and that's going to be probably a PG-13 or probably rated G. What category does this whole universe fall into? You see what I'm saying? But then it's a problem when Zack Snyder and David Ayer were trying to do R-rated movies. That was a no-no, right? But it's okay for James Gunn to go ahead and get all the approval and everything. Yes, so they could do a R-rated movie. Doesn't make sense. Like it's just ridiculous, honestly. Exactly. No way do we want Zack Snyder under Gunn? Exactly. We do not. We cannot have that happen. We won't let that happen again. Wallets closed. Yes, my friends. Yes, wallets closed. You know what to you know what kids love? Dinosaurs. Exactly. Jurassic World. Jurassic World is going to crush Superman. That's the goal. I encourage everybody to go and watch multiple times Jurassic World. I know I'm going to be watching it, Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm probably going to watch it a few times just because one, I love dinosaurs. Two, is Jurassic World. And three, that's where my money's gonna go. On honestly, like it's not gonna go to DC with Superman. It's gonna go straight to Jurassic World. All right. While it's closed until live action Snyder versus restored. Yep, that's what we want. We want it to be restored, live action only, not animated. Do you want Zack Snyder to do dark, brutal, edgy, badass Thor 5 because he make Amazing Badass during Twilight of the Gods. I mean, in Twilight of the Gods is acceptable. I mean, what he did was, it is what it is, you know. But live action, it has to be rated R, and it has to be what Zach wants to do. And I really enjoyed what he did with everything, you know, with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. Yes, they're dark. Yes, they're brute. Yes, they're badasses. They're torn. They've been through a lot. But that's what I and many fans want. That R-rated style, realistic feel to it. All right. So if Snyder comes back to WB, it has to be on his terms. Exactly. Also, not just while it's closed and attention elsewhere. Don't even watch his series like Lanterns. Yeah, don't watch anything. You know, once they start seeing the viewership going down, they're gonna be even panicking more than what it is. And you know, honestly, it's all caught up to them. All right, Gun Superman should be rated rated T for trash. Completely. They're making Superman a comedy. It was from the beginning a comedy. I told y'all it's going to be silly. It's James Gunn. The weird mind of James Gunn is always going to cater to all that silliness, and that's what we're getting, you know. All right. Both Superman Brave New World needs to flop, but I would kind of be sad if Swamp Thing, Clayface, and Supergirl flops. These directors like James Gunn, Mike Flanagan, and Craig have vision. I mean, everything with the DCU is going to tank, honestly. And that whole thing with Robert Pattinson, that he's saying, oh, he's not going to be the Batman of the DCU, he's lying. He's going to be the Batman of the DCU. You're all going to see that. Watch. I'm telling you, two things are going to happen from the time we get now to the Batman 2, two things are going to happen. Either Robert Pattinson is going to be he's going to be forced to join the DCU, or they're just going to end up canceling the Batman 2. You'll see. This is all just, they're just trying to create attention and trying to get, you know, the algorithm and people talking the same way like James took that picture with Zach. Oh, just to like stir people's emotions and play with our feelings, you know? And if you've seen Friday, I'm gonna use a perfect example. Remember Big Worm, the big dude with the rolls on his head, and he told Smokey, he's like, playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. That's the same thing like this, you know. Like honestly, DC and WB, you keep on playing with our emotions, and us, the fans, we're done. We're through. Like enough is enough. You know, our wallets will remain closed, and you're gonna have to give us what we want because we're the consumer. You know, in the end, that's all that matters. You know, Water's closed 2025 and beyond. It has to be restore the Snyderverse. Yeah, for sure. Need me a movie like Arkham Origins for many DC heroes. Yeah, that would be awesome if we could get a movie like Arkham Origins. Hell, even if it was animated like that, like in that CG, it's amazing. Arkham Origins is an underrated game. I love that game. I play it every year. I've been playing that for like the past 13 years, I guess, since it's been out since 2013, 11 years. I don't know. This has been out for such a long time. And I tend to do my runs from October to December. So if you've been following me, you already know the business when it comes to that game. Yes, restore the Snyderverse. James Gunn is such a narcissist. Completely. He's the definition of it. Probably if you do a Google search, his face will pop up under that definition. You know, but whatever. All right, Twilight of the Gods is underrated masterpiece from Zack Snyder. Yeah, that's true. For an animated film, yeah, it is, honestly. What about Fantastic Four? Exactly. What about Fantastic Four? Nobody is talking about it. Notice that. Nobody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about Superman and Jurassic World Rebirth. That's it. That's the only two movies that I keep seeing everybody talking about. But we'll know more as we get closer. But of course, you know, people are gonna watch Fantastic Four, especially with this whole thing with the MCU and you know everything that's going on. So people are gonna still talk about it, I guess. The only movie I'm truly down for this year is Sinners. Nice, nice. I have to check. I think I saw a trailer for that, but I just can't remember right now. What is going on? I just woke up. Nice, nice. I don't know if it's daytime where you're at, if it's nighttime. Maybe you just woke up from a nap. Well, welcome because this is where we're at right now. You know, appreciate you, Ari. I know you always be commenting, dropping posts and stuff like that. So, you know, here we are right now. All right. So James Gunn's humor is as pungent as R. Kelly's sheet. Yo, man, y'all too much with these comments, yo. I love it. I love it. Oh man, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Man of Steel, Watchmen, 300, Dawn of the Dead, Twilight of the Gods, Batman vs Superman, and Sucker Punch are Zack's best work. Yes, yes, it is. Overall, and of course, let's include Rebel Moon because Rebel Moon was awesome too. All of that falls under the Snyderverse. That's it. Not just the DCU, but I'm just talking in whole. The Snyderverse lives. So that's what that is. Who asked for Starfire TV series? Nobody. Clearly, nobody asked for it, but this is what we're getting. Things that nobody has asked for. But it's WB. They're desperate. I don't want Patterson as DCU Batman. I like them as Elseworlds Dark Batman. I don't want blue suit joking silly Batman with that stupid universe. Oh, you better get ready because that's coming for sure. James Gunn. That's what he's all about, making jokes, and that's just making those characters. I like Batman Arkham games. The graphics hold up very well. Looks better than modern games. Yeah, for sure. Because they were back then doing quality. Not today. Today is just I don't know what they're trying to really come up with. Why did Hasbro make that Spider-Man figure $50? WTF? Exactly. Because the thing is with Hasbro is that they're trying. And look, I get it. As a business company, Hasbro's trying to make the most that they can from their products and stuff. And in the situation that they're in right now, they're trying to be like WB, just trying to make money any way possible from the fans. So by Hasbro selling a Spider-Man, they know that people are going to buy Spider-Man. They're like, apparently this is a re-release from I think is Renew the Vows from Spider-Man, that 2-pack. It's pretty much the same figure. I think it is the same figure, and people are right now just the fear of missing out, they're buying it. I'm not. $50. I'm sure I'll find that at Target. They're gonna be overstocked. This is all just how they do, just so people could be like, hey, I want to buy it and stuff like that. And Hasbro is known for doing that type of stuff. So people are eating it and just buying it. But $50 for a figure, nah, hell no. Especially for a Marvel Legends, nah, I'm good. Honestly, maybe when they lower the price and I find it on clearance, if I find it, then I'll get it. But I'm not really interested in it. Rebel Moon is very good though. Can't wait for part three. Yes, I can't wait for the third one. Hopefully we get an update sometime this year and something comes from it because honestly, I know Zach's gonna be real busy right now. He has that LAPD show. He has what else? If that series that he's gonna be doing with WB for the 300 prequel, that UFC movie. I mean, he's just gonna be right now overwhelmed. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that he's not working on Rebel Moon 3 because he even said that recently, sometime like probably within the past, like in January or something like that. I know there was an article I spoke about it and stuff, so I can't wait for that. All right, Fantastic Four steps looks like claymation when it comes to the thing. Ben Grimm, yeah, it doesn't look convincing, but people are still gonna go watch it. Compare that to Superman, everybody's gonna go watch for sure. Fantastic Four. Let's see. Maybe Creature Commandos would be better. Show if most characters won't have plot armor and most would die literally. Weasel, GI Robot, Bride, Rick Flag were just there. They had no personality. Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Honestly, I only saw like probably one or two episodes. I wasn't convinced. I didn't enjoy it. I was like, this is just trash, but whatever. I think David Zaslav sees the big picture now. He knows James Gunn is going to tank on Superman. If he's about money, watch him bring back Zack Snyder in about a month. Yeah, but as long as James Gunn is there, it's not gonna happen. Probably after Superman, but probably if they bring him in now, he won't be announcing anything until probably after the flop of Superman. That's when everything will probably be hearing more news and updates and stuff like that. So don't be surprised on that. But just not under James Gunn, not while James Gunn is there and stuff because they're trying to see what James Gunn is really all about, and they're seeing that everything is crumbling and it's backfiring, it's not working. So they're gonna have to go to that plan B, and it was for, of course, restore the Snyderverse because that's what fans want all over, and the average moviegoer. I need to see Dawn of the Dead. Actually, go see it. It's really a good movie. Dawn of the Dead for a zombie movie is really really good. I like it. And if you've seen the old one, compared to the new one, of course, it's different. This is a remake, but another one too. I recommend everybody if you like zombie movies like I do, go watch Day of the Dead from George Romero. It's like a 1980 something. That one's a really good movie. That was supposed to be the second part to Dawn of the Dead, but I don't know what happened, and they never ended up making it and stuff like that. But again, studios and sometimes they just want to half-ass things and they don't even want to like give the money to the directors to continue and stuff like that. Actually, I'm excited for Fantastic Four than Superman. Yeah, a lot of people are. Honestly, a lot of people. By the way, who the hell is Sergeant Rock? I have no idea. Honestly, I have no idea who that is. When's that announcement for Rebel Moon 3 and the LAPD movie news? The one for the LAPD, Zach spoke about it recently. I think within the past month or so, sometime in like late January. I'll try to look for the article, but he spoke about it too. That he's gonna be filming that real soon. And of course the one from what is it, UFC, I think, that they're about to start filming that. That's why we saw the pictures with those guys. I think that they were in like somewhere in Dubai, it looks like, and they all took pictures and stuff like that. So that they're gonna start real soon filming on that movie and stuff like that. And the Rebel Moon 3, Zach actually had an interview with, I think it was regarding the LAPD and the UFC movie that they're working on, and they asked him the question about Rebel Moon 3, and he brought it up real quick and he was talking about it. I want to say it's on Screen Rant, but don't quote me on that one. I think that's where I came across. But again, I share that also. It should be somewhere in the feed if you want. Check it out. But if not, I'll go look for it and I'll share it again, stuff like that. But yeah, he said that he's still working on it. That it's just time, and he said that he should be announcing something for Rebel Moon 3 this year. But just he's so busy with these other projects and stuff, so that's why it's kind of a delay with that right now. All right. Salute to you too, my friend, to all of y'all, because we're here as always, just tuning in and watching these streams. Hasbro would sell more if it was less. Yes, they would sell a lot more. But notice how most of the product from Hasbro ends up going to like Ross or Ollie's. I've bought a few things at Ross, good stuff, just because they didn't sell, at retail price and stuff like that. But the stuff like the Eternals, they're still overstocked at Ollie's, and even at 4.99, people are not buying them. That tells you a lot, and those are Marvel Legends. But again, I'm sure you can melt all that plastic and you could probably do one big transformer, like a Titan size. I don't know, with all the plastic, I guess. All right, so let's see. What was the big announcement? Well, there's a video that I posted, so go check that out, Mad Max. Um, Pretty much James Gunn just doing what James Gunn does best. One, lie. Two, giving us movies that nobody asked for, and three, he's just lying. That's all. But go check out the video that I just posted. It's in my feed, and you'll see it. All right, what's up, homie? Fan of the channel. I love Man of Steel. Favorite film of all time. Awesome. I appreciate you. I appreciate that. Hell yeah, Man of Steel is an awesome movie. Honestly, Man of Steel is what made me a fan of Superman. Before Man of Steel, I was never a fan of Superman. Honestly, he's just one character that to me was like, I don't care about him. Once I saw Man of Steel, I was like, whoa, this is a whole different point of view from Superman, and now I'm really interested. But let's not forget that also at the time Christopher Nolan was helping, and of course talking with Zach and stuff. Of course, Zach did his thing, but I'm sure they probably talked about it and stuff. So we just got something awesome with Henry Cavill, with Zack Snyder, and Man of Steel. Like we just need Man of Steel too. It's a shame we never got it, but that doesn't stop us because we can still get it. So let's see. All right, every project needs its own time to turn out good. So they rush these projects for the 8 projects a year or whatever they need to plan better. Yeah, but honestly, James Gunn is just right now just talking out of his butt. He's just whatever comes up, if it sticks to the wall, so be it. Half of those movies are not even gonna make it, honestly, because everything depends on the success of Superman. If Superman flops and tanks at the box office this summer, which we already know it's going to, all of those movies that you're seeing that he's announcing, they're all gonna get canceled. Majority of them are all gonna either not see the daylight, they're not gonna make it far into filming, and they're just gonna have to cancel it. Notice how now they're not working on The Authority. Remember, James Gunn was all about, oh well, we're not gonna announce something until it's approved and ready to go and this and that. And then what is he doing? He's announcing all of these movies, projects. If you look at it, James Gunn is overflowing with projects. There's so much that a person or anybody can take in business, and be able to keep up with it. Look, perfect example would be Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane is awesome at what he does with his toys and all his merchandise. The problem is with Todd McFarlane is that he has too many lines. He has My Hero Academia, DC, he has Halo, he has, I'm just thinking at the top of my head, Warhammer, he has Mortal Kombat. He has so many lines, and then he has things with, like with NBA, I think NBA or the basketball or baseball, something like that. It's just way too many lines he has, and then he'll start a new one and not finish one of them. For example, the Halo figures. There's a lot of fans that want, you know that line to be completed. Whatever happened to it, we have no clue. And then of course, constantly all he's putting out is DC product. There's so many Batmans that you can have in your collection that you're gonna be like, oh yeah, another Batman. It's like, really, do I really need 1,000 Batman figures? No. It gets to a point where it's like, all right, it's too much. What about this other line? It's just too much. The same thing. James Gunn has way too much on his plate, and realistically, he's not going to be able to get to all of them. If he wants to have full control, impossible, impossible. No one can run so much that the way that he's doing right now. It's just way too much, honestly. All right, so let me try to catch up with the comments because I see y'all going a little bit too quick than me. All right. Who do you think will win July? Superman, Jurassic World Rebirth. Jurassic World Rebirth. Me, Jurassic World, because anybody can go and appreciate it because they really don't need to know the lore of Jurassic World of Jurassic franchise. Exactly. You just go, it's dinosaurs. People love dinosaurs. That's it. If people didn't love dinosaurs, why do we have museums in different states that people still go out to visit just because of dinosaur bones? See what I'm saying? So of course Jurassic World is going to make it's going to be the number one movie in the world, honestly, for this year, especially at the box office. All right, let's see. Hopefully Henry Cavill becomes the new 007 now that Amazon has the rights. That would be interesting, honestly. I would not oppose that. That would be dope. So that would be actually awesome. Is the 300 Pico live action? Yeah, it's gonna be live action. His cop show and UFC movies sound fire for him. He's gonna be busy for a couple of years. Hopefully he doesn't retire for a while. Nah, he'll be good. And filming, you could film a movie literally less than a year. And with all the technology and everything that we have nowadays, you could pump out a movie honestly, like if you really, really put 100% to it, you can knock out a good film just filming. This is not editing, just filming within a good 4 months, 4 to 5 months, max 6 months, you'll have a solid product out. So, that's what he did with Rebel Moon. He filmed them both back to back. That's why that's why we were able to get Rebel Moon 1 and 2 because Zach filmed it, I think, for like a whole year. And then, of course, it takes a few months to edit, probably like 3 months. And then he did what he did. So that's why it came out back to back and stuff like that. So that's pretty awesome. All right. To be honest, a lot of you, a lot of you are haters. Creature Commandos and Peacemaker are two solid shows, and to be honest, Green Lantern looks like it's gonna be good. I'm a DC fan. I'm supporting DC, and I'm a fan of Zach. Look, if you enjoyed Creature Commandos, good for you. If you enjoy Peacemaker, good for you. I can't agree, and I can't say the same thing. Honestly, I gave Peacemaker a chance. It's not my cup of tea. Creature Commandos, I saw 2 or 3 episodes, just not my cup of tea, honestly. I was like, this is not for me. But if that's what you enjoy and that's what you like, so be it. But it is what it is, I guess. Zack Snyder needs to make Justice League 2 and 3, Man of Steel 2 and 3, and we need Ben Affleck movie from, yeah, the air cut for sure. We definitely need that for sure. All right, yeah, we need Twilight of the Gods season 2. Probably we will. Again, Zach's so busy right now, so you know that that's what it is and stuff like that. So all right, half of the DC projects are canceled. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, the UFC movie, will it be theatrical release? It might be. Um, and I'll tell you why. Because one, they're gonna spend a lot of money into it. Two, those people look like they're all about money, honestly. And three, they know that they can make a lot of money in the theaters, so they're gonna be like, you know what? Let's put it. It will make perfect sense to do a theatrical release and then throw it on Netflix if they're planning, which I think might go on to there. I'm not saying that it is. I'm thinking it might go there. That would be awesome. Look, I'm not into UFC, but this is probably gonna be like probably a action type of documentary. That's just me speculating. I don't know if it's gonna be like that, but we already know how Zach does his work, so it's probably gonna be badass. It's gonna be like a Rocky level type of movie. In that sense, probably where there's maybe a mentor and it's just preparing a UFC fighter, or probably is just us following along with the UFC fighter. Who knows? Whatever Zach is gonna do, let him do his thing, and I'm down with it. I'll check it out. I'm gonna watch it because, of course, it's Zach. So I'm gonna show love. I'm gonna show support, and we'll be out there with our wallets open instead of like with DC what they're doing right now. We're gonna keep our wallets closed. All right, James Gunn needs to go. Needs to leave the company. They they need to know that Gunn is the problem. Yeah, James Gunn is the problem. He's been the problem since day one. He's still the problem, and he's going to remain the problem. Until James Gunn isn't out, things at WB will not be fixed. No matter how bad Mike and Pam try to do and fight along with us. It's not going to be easy, but it is possible. Because let's not forget, when the studio themselves, WB, said, "Oh, we're done with Zack Snyder. We want to thank him for his trilogy." When Ann Sarnoff said that, where she's at, she's gone. She's no longer there. And what do we have now? We got the Snyder Cut. So anything is possible, my friends. We cannot give up. And most of all, we cannot lose faith. Just give it time and it will happen. So we will see what happens. Any updates on the Superman lawsuit? Nope. It's been quiet. So notice how that's been quiet. Probably, they're sneaking some money. Who knows? Because in the end, money talks, and I'm just speculating. Let's see what happens. All right. All right. When will Marvel make Miss Marvel hot Carol Danvers again? Good question. Good question. As long as they got all these SJWs, it won't happen. That's the problem over at Marvel and all these companies. When you have all that stuff, that won't, it won't fly with them because they always try to censor it. All right, let's see. After Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars, Kevin Feige gotta go. He bastardized the MCU. Yeah, after that, who knows what they're gonna do? Hopefully something good, but let's see what happens with that. Walking Dead is a masterpiece, and also ones who live in the Walking Dead comics and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead 28 Days Later, Brain Dead, Night of the Living Dead. Yeah, those are all good IPs for zombies and stuff like that. All right, yeah, Nolan kept the suits away. Yeah, that's one thing I like about Christopher Nolan, that he kept it real. He straight up told all of these suits, "Hey, let us do our things." So Walking Dead fell off hard. Yeah, it really did. Honestly, like they should just end it years ago. I started seeing that show when it first came out, but it's just gone too out of control. Where I'm like, I don't even care anymore. But yeah, the only project I want James Gunn to do is Plastic Man because that's my favorite character in DC. Nice. If that's what you like, hey, kudos to you. All right. Would Feige be fired from the MCU? Only if the MCU starts going bad, then I think that's when they'll probably get rid of him. But I don't see that happening anytime soon because they're still making money regardless. All right. So besides DCEU, Zack Snyder needs to make Thor 5 and Twilight of the Gods season 2 focused on Ragnarok. Yeah, yeah, that would be cool and stuff like that. I always go back to Man of Steel's epic and fighting is sick, but Superman from the animated show was peak and animated movies. I always go back. Yeah, yeah, it was good stuff. So, I mean, DC has fallen, but at the same time, it's crazy. Who would have thought? You are dead on point regarding Toddles McFarlane. He is a flake and he is the skittish with female figures. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but they sometimes they fix one thing, then they screw up the other. I really don't know. That's what happens when you just have too much on your plate. Like you just start putting things to the side, and people just get caught up and stuff like that. So hopefully, I don't see it happening that he's gonna fix it, but who knows? The Snyder Cut is the first film in years to carry that epic cinematic level since Avatar. Yeah, yeah, big time. And that's something very important when it comes to this industry, the cinematic level. That's something very important that movies nowadays are missing. That cinematic level, that's quality right there. There's still movies that are out there that are good like that. But again, like I spoke about it like a few days ago, just some people are with that Marvel mentality thinking that everything has to be like the MCU. Oh, there's end credits. It's setting something up. It's connecting into this. No, It just doesn't. It could be its own thing. It doesn't have to connect to everything, you know. But again, people have that Marvel formula, and Disney has ruined the industry with that. So people tend to think everything has to be like that. But who knows what's gonna happen with that. Wonder Woman with Gal needs better sequels too. Yeah, for sure. If we were to get a Wonder Woman 3, it has to be with Zack Snyder under his leadership. Let Patty do her thing, but let her consult Zack like she did with the first movie. Look at how awesome the first movie is. Wonder Woman 84, I don't even consider that, part of Wonder Woman, but, they did what they did, and that mess came out and we can't go back and fix it. So it is what it is. Oh, you're live. Yeah, I'm live. Back at it today, so here we are, just talking. I felt like we had to. So I'm just here taking some time and, just hanging out with y'all. Trying to catch up with the comments because I see y'all going quick. I'm trying to give y'all the attention today. So bear with me as I go down the comments, just trying to read everything. Cops cop shows are kind of a guilty pleasure for me since some are, if this show is like Banshee, which is a goated show, I'll like it. Yeah, I mean, if that's what you enjoy, that would be dope. So, you know, for sure, Ray, the true DCU must return. Exactly. That's what we're still fighting for. And in due time, we will get it. All those is comedy. He is a one trick pony. Yeah. With James Gunn, he's a one trick pony, it's crazy. I've been seeing that all over today, that one trick pony. It's like a ringleader when he's training the I guess the animals, especially the horses, in the circus and stuff, so it's like a one trick pony. It's wild, it's James Gunn. What can we expect? What can we expect, honestly? All right, so let's see. Kevin Feige bastardized the Marvel comics with MCU synergy. Yeah, I mean everything has been ruined, so it's crazy how this industry continues to get smeared. I started The Walking Dead in 2014, and I finished it all. I feel old, but seasons 1 to 6 were easily the best. Yeah, but I think the best seasons was 1 through 4.5. After that, it's when the season for me kind of like went real mid and it just fell below. And I was like, what's going on? I didn't like when they brought and they introduced the governor. That was the worst character in the Walking Dead franchise. I've never read the comic, so I don't know how his character is, but just him in the show was so annoying. It was so annoying that I was like, I don't even want to watch it. And then after I just get more and more just out of control. I'm like, I just can't. And then when they make it to Terminus, I was like, I just couldn't deal with it no more. I was like, I'm done with The Walking Dead. So I fell off. I think I fell off where I think Daryl, he's coming across these bikers and then they blow up this truck full of gas and stuff like that. That's where I stopped. I was like, I'm done with this series. And now I just can't get into it, honestly. Zack Snyder should do Ghost Rider. That would be cool. That would be actually interesting to see. So that would be dope. That would really really be dope. And let's see. Yes, and cast Norman Reedus as Ghost Rider. That would be cool. Something different. But I wouldn't mind that also. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's how it is. Here we are. So you know it. A lot of us can agree to that. Hell yeah. We know what's up. All right, so let's see. Zack Snyder should do Thundercats with Cavill as Lionel. That would be interesting. That would be a nice take. That would be really something different, honestly. So, you know, um, let's see. All right, hot take incoming. My favorite Zack Snyder movie is Watchmen. It was ahead of its time. It's such a great comic book film. Although sometimes it switches back and forth for me between Watchmen and Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, cool. If that's what you like, that's what you enjoy. Hey, like more power to you. Honestly, that's the beauty about movies and this industry, that we can enjoy a little bit of everything. Sometimes we can enjoy everything. Sometimes we don't enjoy nothing. So that's what we do as fans. So the point is that we enjoy what we like and we like what we enjoy. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, so be it. That's how it should be. Snyder did a deconstruction, but then reconstructed the heroes. People took Superman and Batman for granted, and Snyder proved it with Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman. Yeah, that's true. I mean, again, I like the take that Zach gave us with these characters, and in the end, he just gave us something awesome, you know. And I get it; it's not for everybody, you know. Here we have a Batman that's very brute, a Superman that's very brute. They're torn down, but they have to do what they have to do when and whatever situation they're facing. Superman did to Zod what he had to do to save those people, and a lot of people don't see that point of view. They're like, "Oh well, you know, Superman snapped his neck, and you know, Zod he could have avoided that." Yes and no. Yes, because of course Superman has the powers to do it, and no, because he was like, you know what, I got to do what I got to do, and he did it. So you know, he saved those people, and you know, I really enjoyed seeing what Zach gave us with that, and you know, to this day, it's cinema. It's cinema. It's a movie. It's a movie, people. You know, it's not a comic book. If you want to be accurate, just go read the comic. You know, it's like that's how I see it. You know, it's cinema, and in the end, I enjoyed it, and I want more of that. All right, let's see. Do you think they should give Superman a tax write off? Yeah, at this point they should. If DC wants to save their brand and WB wants to save money, they should just go ahead and cancel it like they did with I mean not Supergirl, like they did with Batgirl, and just do it a tax write off. Do it while you still have time, and avoid all the drama and the backlash that's gonna come with it, because it's gonna cost them more. Because look, I'm gonna be honest with you, if they do a tax write off right now for Superman, they could save so much money. Remember, the movie, not only the movie is gonna flop, all the merchandise that's gonna come with it, you're gonna see it on massive clearance quick, because it's not gonna sell. How many times haven't you gone to Ross? I've posted a video. You know, other people are posting videos that you see products from the Suicide Squad, from Peacemaker, that are not even selling at Ross, and they're on clearance, and then they mark them down even more cheaper, and fans are still not buying it. That tells you a lot. What happens when they don't sell? They go on a massive, you know, like they sell by like a big bundle, and if that doesn't sell, it just ends up getting destroyed because nobody bought it. So they're losing money because they have to make all these products and stuff like that. So that's what they're better off doing. They should just end up canceling it, and just moving forward with what Zach was doing. Honestly, at this point, they need it. They really need it. But again, you know, WB is gonna have to learn the hard way, and it's like WB are masochists. They like to learn the hard way, and when they see how bad it flops at the box office, they need to go to Plan B. They really have to. Jeff Johns caused a division in the fandom. We were trying to trend Jeff Johns effed the DCU, and his defenders got triggered. One of them is Lantern's 2814 trader, who now rides Gunn. There's a lot of people that have switched sides, you know, honestly. But it is what it is, you know. What's done is done. We can't go back and fix the past. All we could do is try to fix the future and our current time, you know. And again, right now it's very important for all of us as fans to come together. Look, if you like Superman, just in general, and you like this brand DC and the characters and everything for what they stand for, but you don't like what James Gunn is doing to these characters and what he's about to do with them, you need to take a stand, honestly. And you need to speak with your wallet. Just keep your wallet closed. Don't buy a movie ticket. Don't go out and support it. And just send the message to the studio. The same how we came together, and many of us told WB right before they released Suicide Squad, K the Justice League, don't do it. We told them, don't do that game the way that you're gonna do it. And what did the studio do? They told Rocksteady, go ahead and do it. And they did it. They put out that game, and look at the disaster that came from it. It's so bad that it came out to be free on the PlayStation. And that tells you, you should have listened to the fans. You could have saved yourself so much money. You just spent so much money on a video game that flopped. And we told you, we're not going to support a microtransaction video game. And that's what the studio did. The studio decided to give us another microtransaction game. And look at how bad that went. And while we're talking about video games, I don't know if you guys have heard that WB is trying to also make a game that's similar to what Marvel Rivals is. Look, at this point, save your money, stick to your movies, stick to your comics, and leave the video game industry to the pros, because it's clear right now. You have no idea what you're doing with these video games. You dropped the ball with this new Arkham game, and it went straight to meta. Who is really out there buying meta to play the new Batman game? What, 3% out of 100% of people? It's not enough people. I don't go out, hey, I'm looking for the new Meta Quest. You have the new Meta Quest in stock? No, nobody cares about that. Now, if you would have put it on PS5, on Xbox, and consoles that people really want to play, then people are gonna go out and support it and they're gonna buy it. But look at what happened also with Gotham Knights. That game tanked. When it comes around the holiday season for the past 2 or 3 years, like the cheapest that I saw, the bundle, which is like I think the ultimate edition or whatever they call it was like probably for like $13. And then at Walmart it was like $10 that I saw people were posting it. Hey, I found this at Walmart for like $10. I would have picked it up for $10 physical, but I just didn't find it in my area. So it is what it is, but at the same time, it tells you DC is in a state of they have no idea what they're doing. They really have no clue. And they've completely forgotten about their brand because they're trying to be so desperate like Marvel. You need to focus on your own characters and just keep on doing what you need to do with them, but put out good content. But the studio overall, DCWB, they have forgotten that, and they are where they are because they chose, instead of listening to the fans. I mean, I don't know. It just comes down to that. All right. I think of this. Think of this. WB didn't say anything to Nolan when he made The Dark Knight. Phone blowing up inside someone's stomach. But Zack Snyder was too dark and greedy. Shaking my head. Yeah, exactly. You see? Exactly. What Christopher Nolan did with the Dark Knight trilogy, I mean, that on its own is like a real life setting type of thing. And it's dark. Yeah, exactly. The whole thing with the Joker, he puts the phone in the guy's stomach and stuff like that. Like these things were crazy. And there was no problem. But the moment Zack Snyder wants to put like, yo, Batman's gonna fight and he's just gonna brand this dude because he's a criminal, oh, that's a problem, right? Oh no, that's bad. We can't do that, right? See, it's just completely like, yo, like just let Zack Snyder do what he's doing, and the fans are going to support it. Like you can't please every fan, you just can't. But it's crazy. It really is. I appreciate you for watching. Not sure if you're still on, but have a good one. Till next time. All right, let's see. It's been too long since I last revisited Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider, but Robbie say Reyes Ghost Rider appeared in Agents of Shield, and he was the highlight of that season. Have you seen it? No, I haven't seen it. I don't really follow Ghost Rider, not my type of character. But that's cool. I mean, if that character and the actor came back for that show. I know Agents of Shield was something like a few years ago. And I think I probably saw like 1 or 2 episodes, but again, it wasn't my thing. I was just not interested in it. It felt like one of those cop series, those shows like from the '90s. I just couldn't get into it, honestly. It's the same thing like Gotham. Gotham was cool the first few episodes, but then it just started getting out of control. It's like, yeah, this is not what these characters are supposed to be. And yeah, I kind of stopped watching it. So, I know it had some good episodes, but I don't know. It just gets to the point where it's like, all right, this is kind of it kind of gets boring. All right, let's see. Yeah, Guns a troll. What was the point of the pick with Snyder? It was just clickbait, honestly. That's all it was. He even admitted it today on a post. He was like, "Oh, this is gonna get the fans rattled up." He knows what he's doing. He just threw it up just so people could bite it, feed into it, and just talk. And that's exactly what worked. And people gave into it. I told y'all, I was like, James Gunn's not gonna put nothing good on Monday, and here we are today. He didn't put out nothing good. I get it. Some fans are enjoying and liking what he's putting out. I'm not one of them. Many of us are not. So um, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's just it gets to that point. Yeah, Gotham went from crime drama to Smallville. Completely, I agree with you on that. Just the whole like Gotham. It started off good. It had a few characters that I liked how they did them and stuff. What they did to Bane was embarrassing. Like I was like, I can't take this. You know, I was like, wow, like come on. Like it gets to that point where it's like, what really? Like that's what you're doing. I mean, it had its good things and it has its bad things, but it is what it is. Wise Gun, the daring, the darling to the media. Yeah, because he's a show. He just, again, James Gunn has an agenda, and he's gonna keep pushing it. Remember, James Gunn comes from Disney, so what can you expect from a director like him? He has an agenda, and it's clear. You can see it. Zack Snyder should do also horror movies. That would be interesting to see. But honestly, the one that's good at making horror movies is what's his name? James Wan. James Wan makes some good stuff. I know he was supposed to do a Resident Evil movie, but things didn't work out. I don't know what happened. And then they ended up doing Welcome to Raccoon City. It would have been nice because I feel that James Wan, the one that did the first Aquaman, would have been able to do a good Resident Evil movie. And rumor has it that they're doing another remake, another reboot. I don't even know what anymore for Resident Evil. Um, but let's see what happens, because they just announce things, and then at the end things tend to get cut off, and they just don't make it that far. But it is what it is. But yeah, my friends, all right, so I'm about to call it a night. I just want to come talk with y'all and hang out, especially after these announcements that we heard and we saw today. Like I said, keep posted, because I know we're gonna be seeing and hearing a lot more updates than than what we heard today. It's just insane. It was too many announcements. It's too many updates. Way too much, honestly. Half of those things are not even gonna see daylight. Honestly, they're not even gonna make it past an idea, because it's just way too much. They're just trying to build all this excitement for people can be talking and be like, "Hey, are you looking forward to it? Hey, are you gonna watch it? Hey, like, just for people to talk." But in the end, it's really not going to get off the ground. Sadly, it's just not. I like Welcome to Raccoon City. Yeah, I did too. A lot of people didn't like it. I felt they rushed it. They should have just done that into like a two-part, especially with a reboot that they were doing. But it did have. It was a little bit more faithful to the Resident Evil franchise, but again, I just felt that it was a little bit too rushed. If they would have just focused on the first movie and then do the second one, they just pretty much crammed all three movies into that one. Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2, and Code Veronica. I was like, yo, that's a little too much for one movie, but let's see what they're gonna do with the next one and stuff like that. Can we agree Joss Whedon's Justice League was garbage? Yes, yes, it was. I can't express enough how much I wish it didn't exist. Yeah, many of us do also. Um, I'm sure we can all agree with you. Justice League was trash. That's why we fought. We came together and we got now the Snyder Cut, which is a big win for us, the fans, the consumers, and most of all, as a community, if you want to say, because we were able to make that possible. And the power of us individually, all together, we made this happen. So, but yeah, everybody. All right, so I'm about to wrap it up. I appreciate y'all for watching, for tuning in, all that good stuff. Make sure to hit the subscribe, share the video, turn that notification on, all that good stuff, and keep posted. And I'll catch you on the next one. All right, peace. Thanks for watching.